Welcome back to Wheelie's Garage, and welcome back to, well, not Coyote Swapping my Foxbody because, well, it's not here. So let's get into it. This video was supposed to be the first drive video. However, I'm running into a couple issues with the computer that came with the control pack from Ford. Well, I'm not running into the issue. The mechanic that I have it at to get the exhaust done and the alignment done, he has an HP tuner little module thing, and he can get in there, and he was just going to go ahead and turn off the IMRC, the intake manifold runner control, so that the mill light would go off, the check engine light, and the car isn't trying to use it and diagnose it or whatever. I'm not 100% sure how all that works, but the gist of it, he was able to hook up the HP tuner thing, download the file or whatever, but he's not able to open it on the computer. So he's trying to figure that out with HP tuners. I probably could have done this myself if I bought the HP tuner stuff, but it was going to be like a couple credits through him. It was like going to be $100 to turn off that thing instead of spending the $400 or $500 on the HP tuner and then also buying the credits to do what he's trying to do. I'm not 100% sure either if you actually need an HP tuner to do that or credits to do that. That's what he just told me. He said he might be able to just go in there and turn it off, and if that is the case, then shouldn't have to buy any credits. But anyway, that is where the Foxbody, the Coyote Swapped Foxbody, is at. And what we have left in here, well, before I get to that, I have driven it a few times since I've gotten it driving, but I just wanted to make a very good video. I have footage of me driving it for the first time, but the first initial drive I wanted to save for once the exhaust and alignment was done. That way it is just, well, mostly so you guys can hear me and you're I'm not trying to talk over open headers, but it'll just make it more drivable for when I'm talking in the car, driving the car, and well, trying to drive and film a video. Anyway, so like I was saying, what we have in here is all of the leftover goodies from the original Foxbody. And what I originally was going to do with this entire drivetrain was try to find a Ford Fairmount wagon that I can swap all this stuff into and have a cool grocery getter dad mobile. But I just haven't been able to find a wagon in my area. There's been a few here and there, but I'm kind of getting tired of waiting, and I need somewhere to put this because I want to park the car in here. So the next only plausible solution is to find another Foxbody, a roller Foxbody to swap all this stuff into. So that is what I'm on the hunt now. There's a few in my area, and they're between like $2,500 and like $1,000. So depending on what I want, I guess I'll just have to figure that out. There's one now that has my eye. It's a, what is it, 79 notchback, so a 4-eye, and I'm not 100% sure. I'm like 99% sure all this stuff will work with it. Minus the transmission. I really want to find a manual transmission, just a T5, something basic, cheap that I can throw in there so I don't have to, well, maybe I won't. Because maybe I might just do a cheap Foxbody build. I don't know yet. I don't know yet about the transmission, I should say. I think for now, I'll just run this and then later on make a video on that. Anyway, so that is what I'm looking for right now, is just a Foxbody that is cheap and it's a roller, so I can throw all this stuff into. Oh, that's what I was saying. The 79 body should, or 79 Mustang. Well, yeah, that's the first year of the Foxbody. So 79 through, I think, what is it, 86 before you get to the Aero front end. So if anything, I think it should all work. I have everything to do it. The engine computer shouldn't be an issue because that's all ran by itself. It's not ran through the body harness of the Foxbody, so that's all just a standalone unit. I won't have to do anything with that. However, this is all of the wiring for it, and I've been hacking away out of it, taking wires out of it. So now it's, I wouldn't say it's ruined, but it's definitely not, I don't want to mess with it, I should say. I think it'd be easier just to find a used harness and use that for the engine harness. That one I have there is kind of, there were some plugs and stuff on it, and wiring itself that wasn't very good on it. So it's probably best that I do get a good used harness, or I think there's some companies out there that make brand new harnesses and computers for the Foxbody. So I don't know if I'll go that route because that is expensive, and that's another goal that I want to make with this drivetrain and the next Foxbody that I get, is do it as cheaply as possible and then do mods to it as cheaply as possible, because I just went from spending, I don't even know, I still haven't added it up. I'll probably add it up by the end of this video, of how much I've spent, because I'm practically done with the actual Coyote swap. The moment you all been waiting for in this video is the cost breakdown of what it took to Coyote swap my Foxbody. That's not here, that's just pieces of it, the old pieces of it. I'm just gonna get right down to it, the nitty gritty. $37,582.56. That's what it cost me. Yeah, I know. Call me an idiot, call me a dummy, whatever you want. But I got a Coyote Swapped Foxbody now. I definitely could have done it cheaper, definitely could have done it differently. Whatever. It is what it is. The cost breakdown of this is $15,013.23 in parts, $5,000 in cars, or in cars, in the car, $9,352 and what is it? 50 cents in engine and trans. Grand total, 37,000, whatever I just said, $37,582 or whatever. My thoughts on that. Yeah, hopefully my wife doesn't see this video, because she's gonna chop my balls off and keep them in her purse. Anyway, yeah, that's rough. Probably could have invested that. Compound interest. Yeah, I could have probably retired off of that money. But it is what it is. Can't be ashamed of what you did. You can only move forward. And I'm going to be moving forward in a Gen 3 10R80 Coyote Swapped Foxbody. There's a million ways to skin a cat, and well, I probably just chose the most expensive way. There's actually a dude that I just saw yesterday. I've never seen his videos before, but it randomly popped up, and he just posted the video. His name is Straight Cut Gears on YouTube, and he is, I think, on the mission to make the, or yeah, I guess you could say, make the cheapest Coyote Swapped Foxbody, and he is already well on his way. And the way he's doing it, he bought a 2012 F-150, two-wheel drive, 6R80, obviously genuine Coyote, off of Coparts. He took the engine, trans, and wiring harness out of it. His brother-in-law or brother, I'm not 100% sure, has the setup, the salvage yard or auto salvage. I don't know exactly what it was. But he was able to sell all the parts off and the entire truck for him, and he came out at $238 total spent on the engine, trans, and wiring harness. So that is one option, one way you can do that. I unfortunately live in a neighborhood that also has an HOA. Yeah, whatever. I know. I have a 2-car garage, and I can fit 2 cars in the driveway, and I'm maxed out. I don't have anywhere else to put a car that I would have salvaged out anywhere on my property. I don't have any buddies that I could or have that kind of setup. So it is what it is. I went with what I had available to me, and I probably picked the higher end of the options, but For a 10R80 and a Gen 3 Coyote with 40,000 miles, I think I came out okay. I don't want to say I did great. I wouldn't say I did bad. Considering you can get a Gen 3 Coyote from Ford for 10 grand, and that's just the long block. That doesn't include the accessories on the front of the engine. I don't even think that includes headers, or it probably comes with exhaust manifolds, but you would swap those out for headers, and you would have to. So, and then a 10R80, if you bought it brand new from Ford, is probably about there too, somewhere close to 10 grand. Obviously, I didn't get brand new, so it was right about half the cost of what it would be new. And it's probably double, triple the cost of if I went with a Gen 2 or Gen 3 with a 6R80, or any sort of manual transmission. But it is what I wanted. I wanted Gen 3 and I wanted a 10R80. So I got those two things. I also live in not small town. It definitely has the accessibility of a small town. So going to parts stores, or there's no junkyards around me. The closest one is like, I don't know, 45 minutes away, and they really don't have anything, and it's a bunch of crackheads that run it. Anyway, the next best one is like all the way in Tallahassee, Florida, and that's like 2.5 hours away from me. So anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, you can do it a lot cheaper than what I did. I paid for convenience 100%. I bought a lot of kits offline where I could have just bought the material and made those parts myself, i.e. fuel lines, hydro boost lines, that kind of stuff. I did end up making my own trans lines and cooler and fittings, so I saved a little money there, but I don't think it would have really mattered. I might as well have just spent the money to get the kit at this point. Yeah. Shoot, I don't even know where I was going with this anymore. It's done. It is what it is, and I'm okay with it. I could have spent that money on either a fat down payment on a brand new Mustang, and probably would have gotten a really nice one too. Or I could have bought a used one outright. But I would have had a modern Mustang instead of the cool Foxbody style Mustang. So, I don't know. It's not really your opinion to have, but you can think whatever you want. This is what I did. And until you do your own Coyote swap, shut the f***. So there might be like 1 or 2 more videos on the swap itself. But after that, it'll just be videos on the car itself. So some cosmetic stuff. I've got some window moldings, the window, these parts of it for the Foxbody, and then I got a bunch of whatever this stuff is called, weather stripping. There we go, for the Coyote Swapped Foxbody. So there'll be videos on that. There'll be videos, I'll go to the drag strip. There'll be videos of me just running it down the street, daily driving it, letting you guys know all about that stuff. So it's not the end of videos for that car, but it'll be practically the end of it as far as the Coyote swap goes. So I've kind of given you an overview of what I'm going to do with this drivetrain. That'll be kind of a long-term, I think, video. The next videos I really want to get into, since this is Wildy's garage and not Wildy's Coyote Swapped Foxbody, even though it seems like that for the last, what is it? I think it took me 6 months, 7 months to do it. But anyway, I've got more cars. I got my truck, and I've got my Focus ST, or as I like to call it, Super Tool. Anyway, I've got this thing, and I have a bunch of parts for it. That's what all those are, bags are. I'm sure you've seen it in past videos. That's just cosmetic stuff, like this molding here. And then there's some stuff up here. I've got brand new headlights for a brand new bumper, brand new fog lamps. all Ford OEM stuff. I want to cosmetically restore this car because, well, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but this car was hit in the rear quarter panel here, and it's not very good bodywork back here. And then there's just dents here and there on the car. I need to get a new windshield because I took the molding out of here and messed it all up. There's more stuff over here. This whole, maybe you guys will be able to see that. Yeah, you can kind of see it. Backed into my buddy's truck. Well, his tire on his truck because they were sticking out like a foot. Anyway, so I cosmetically want to restore this car. I don't know. I kind of want to build it, but I don't really want to because this car is more sentimental than anything for me. It's just my first big boy purchase that I made in my life. And it's been a good car. So, I don't know. I probably won't build it. I do have a 3-inch downpipe, or a high flow cat downpipe, and a CPE lightweight intercooler. So that's all that's done to it. And that didn't even really improve the power on the car. It just helped really, I guess, airflow in the car. I couldn't really tell a difference in power, but if you know anything about Focus STs, their stock intercoolers are trash and heat soak really bad. But with that CPE intercooler, I haven't had that problem since. So I guess to wrap this up, cosmetically it is definitely going to get, I guess, restored, if you will. And then maybe a build. I don't know yet. Big turbo fuel system. I don't know yet. Probably not, but and then that leaves the truck. The truck doesn't really need anything. It's my daily driver, and that's really all it is. It's just a run-of-the-mill Ford F-150 2017, blah 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 blah. The only thing that I am going to do to this is wheels, tires, maybe a lift or just a leveling kit. I want to go with a lift because I would like to keep the rake, just because I do occasionally use it as a truck and haul stuff in the back, and I don't like the boating thing. So I want to do that, wheels, tires, lift or leveling, and then I want to put a Tesla screen in that thing. So that's the plan with that car, or the truck. And yeah, those videos will probably be coming here pretty soon. If I'm being realistic, I'm probably going to start with the truck just because that will be cheaper than trying to cosmetically restore this thing. So wheels, tires, leveling kit or lift, I think it'll be around like $3,500. That Tesla screen is probably gonna be like, I don't know, $1,200, $2,000 maybe, I don't know. But it'll be really cool when it's done, and I'll bring you guys along to see it. This is a kind of stuff that I'm gonna be doing anyway, and that's why I'm filming it. It's nothing too crazy, too interesting, but I'm going to be doing it, so I'm gonna film it. And then as far as future builds go, I've already mentioned the next Coyote Swap, or next Coyote Swap, that is not happening. The next Foxbody build. But I think I also want to find, I still want a wagon. For whatever reason, I've got this thing in my head that I want a wagon. Mostly for hauling the kids around. But if I can find a Ford Focus ZXW, so like the early 2000s Ford Focus wagon, I want to get one of those and take the drivetrain out of one of these, or not necessarily a Focus ST because they only came in manuals, maybe just take it out of like a Lincoln MKZ or a Ford Fusion or something like that. That way it's an automatic still, and my wife can drive it if she needs to, I guess. But that, I think that would be a really cool build, just to have a kind of high-powered sleeper Ford Focus wagon. That was kind of the goal with the Ford Fairmount wagon that I was trying to look for, but obviously that hasn't happened yet. Or I can't find one, or I can find them, I just don't want to spend the money on them, or they're not close enough to make sense to go get it. But anyway, that kind of wraps up this video. Kind of short, boring, just me talking. But I didn't want to leave you guys hanging without a video this week, because I did that last week, because I was hoping that the car would have been done this week, or I guess last week and this week, but it is what it is. So that is all of the future updates of Wildy's Garage. And who knows, maybe something will pop up, something else will pop up, and I'll get that. There's a couple buddies that I got, and they're like, hey, you should make a video on working on my car or whatever. So I don't know, maybe you'll see some of that. I don't know. Don't know yet, but you'll definitely see the Focus, the truck, the Coyote Swapped Foxbody, and probably here shortly another Foxbody. So we'll see what happens. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, we'll see what happens. If you like the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will catch you on the next one. And the next one is going to be the first drive in the Coyote Swap. So stay tuned. See you then.